Alrighty, chat. I am back. Thanks for sticking around. This part of the field was made by Timu. Yes. Is this how? Remember that time when the Nagsat ended up on top of the train bridge? I wonder if this is how it happened. I wonder if this is how. It's probably how it happened. But anyway, thanks for sticking around. What's poppin', y'all? Happy Saturday. I was gonna say Friday, but I know it's Saturday. I don't think I'm getting that out without cheater mode. Cheater mode enabled. Cheater mode disabled. So yeah, that was not gonna happen without it. Just saying. And this is a little bit awkward. This is the Giants' edge. I didn't mess with this one. Just for the record, I think that cedar needs to be refilled too. All right, let's get this going. Although that is gonna bother me up there, honestly. So let's go grab some seed real quick. I could have set this up to, you know, go refill itself automatically, but I didn't think about it. I didn't think it would be an issue, but apparently it is. Although I don't have auto drive set up to these bins over here, so never mind. We couldn't have done that. Yeah. Round the weird corner and build a solar panel. I do need to charge my electric vehicle, so. JK. JK. Wolf 6, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, get this guy filled up and send him back out to the field. And he'll be on his way. He'll be happy. Full seed, full effort. Get back to work. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Yeah, honestly, you should take like from about where he's at and just kind of, yeah, make a nice rounded off corner. Honestly, all corners should be round on these fields for course play and hired workers and stuff. It'd be so much nicer. But hey, what do I know? What I do know is I'm going to need some tiny trucks down here at, what field am I at? Is this one? 14. 14, chat. Go ahead and just send them. Send them on. We gotta be. I'm not looking on purpose, but I am curious how much corn we have. It's gotta be a lot by now. I want to wait till the end, though. To the end. Yeah, I just stole those. I left the other one. There's ones up at 5 if you need them. Alex, but I stole the 16 guys. That'll be enough for what I got going here. Should be enough. Yeah, I bet. I don't know what his deal was with the way he started to this next set. It was kind of awkward. But that's next set for you. So no big deal. Right. So, chat, we got that leaky tire on our 995 farm. It's leaking calcium chloride, which is bad. It's salt water, basically, right? For weight. Pops was going to try to move that tractor today. with the leaky tire. Because it's currently hooked up to our blade in the shed. And the leaky tire is not towards a door. The leaky tire is towards the inside of the shed. So I told him last night, I said, well, if you're going to move the tractor, at least park it so the leaky tire is facing a door, so that if the leaky tire decides to blow up, then at least it's facing the door, so it's easier to change later on. You know, you can get it. We're going to have to get a guy down there with a truck and like a tire changing truck, you know. At least he can reach in through the door with his like boom on his truck and, you know, do the thing with that tire. So I just hope the tire doesn't blow out on them while they're trying to move the tractor today, because that could be a problem, I would imagine. So hopefully they're able to get it all sorted today without too much incident. The funny thing was, we went to add air to those tires the other day because they were looking a little squishy, squishier than we like. And Dad was looking at the right side tire and he's like, man, this one doesn't look good. There's cracks that are opening up. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, no, it looks really bad. And I didn't think anything of it. And he didn't I didn't even look at the tire, to be honest. But he said it's the left tire that's actually like the bad one. So hopefully we're able to get somebody down there and put some new tires in that bad boy. We're pretty sure they're original tires. So I guess it's time that tractor gets a new pair of shoes. We did the fronts a couple of years ago, so the fronts are in good shape, but the rears, it's time. Time to swap them out, finally. That's okay. Which is kind of awkward because I kind of need the tractor tomorrow to keep working on our lane. I partially graded the other day and I need to go back and finish it. And I was hoping to do that tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to take the chance. If the tire's literally leaking, I don't want to mess with that. So I think we're better off just to leave it parked in the shed. And I think Dad was even going to try to get that side up on a block today to take the weight off the actual tire to maybe where it'll live till maybe next week when we can get somebody down there to change it. I don't know. I think he already had he already knew the price of the tires and stuff, so I'm assuming he talked to somebody at least about them, so I don't know. It's been one of those things we've been wanting to do for years. Actually, we were wanting to do it right before COVID. And then we kind of drug our feet a little bit, and then COVID happened, and like tires were, you know, crazy. Everything was crazy expensive. So we just never got around to it. But it's time. What do we have that's done? Well, the plow's done and the seeder. Sweet. Sweet. That's good. Why is my auto drive moving? I don't understand why that moves sometimes. Mailman's dropping something off at the house. Wonder what that is. I wonder who it's for. I don't think I have anything ordered right now. And see, oh, okay, that back in the day, if we had a package from the mailman would always get out with all of our mail, and he'd bring all your mail to the door and knock on your door. No, he dropped this little box off on my front porch, which I'm sure my aunt will get in a minute, and then put the rest of the mail in the box and didn't even knock on the door. How times have changed, Chad. I want the old times back. I want the 90s back. Is that bad to say? Is that bad? Maybe. Run them back, chat. Run them back. Times things were simpler back then. Oh man. We didn't have all the Harry Potter movies that I've never seen, or the Pirates of the Caribbean. We'd talk about movies. I've just never seen them. There's a lot. There's a lot. Somebody said something about a new Jurassic Park. Is there another one coming out? Didn't know that. Beavis and Butthead. Now, I have seen some Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, okay. I didn't know there was a new one coming out. I probably won't see it in theaters because I'm not really a huge, like, theater moviegoer. To be honest. Rocco's Modern... Dude, I loved Rocco's Modern Life back in the day. That was the jam, dude. With Scarlett Johansson? Okay, I might have to go see it now. I might have to go see it. I'm kidding. Oh, what did I saw? Oh, for the next or the final Mission Impossible movie. That would be a movie I'd go see in theaters. I'm just saying. You captured a green parrot. Nice. You mean, wait, so it's okay for you to capture things in Minecraft, Kimmy, but not me? Wait a minute. Is it because the ones I capture resemble humans? Is that why? That might be why, huh? But yeah, the last Mission Impossible movie, that would be a sick. That'd be a sick movie to see in theaters. Might have to. You had a blue one but lost him? Oh, I didn't know that. She's been wanting to do Jurassic Park since she was 8. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, actually, yeah. I haven't seen all the Mission Impossible movies, so maybe I should see them all before, like, this last one comes out, or before I would want to go see the last one. But the one where Tom Cruise broke his ankle, I saw that one in theaters just, like, randomly. And it was a great movie. She's the main character. Nice. So, yeah. You haven't watched fully watched any of them, really? I mean, that one where he broke his ankle, that one was really cool. It was a good movie. I enjoyed my time in the theater. I mean, am I the biggest Tom Cruise fan? Not really, but it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. But, you know, this is supposed to be the last one, so... The one that came out 2 years ago? Okay. I'll have to go on a binge watching journey. The first Gimme Horse time. Sounds like it's a bloodbath in the Minecraft server today. Maybe that's why it's like y'all are killing all your animals. Gosh. It's terrible. He does know how to make a movie, yeah. To entertain, sure. He also knows how to jump on couches. Yeah, he's good at that too. Oh, it's like part 2. Okay, I got you now. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Interesting. Horses don't just die for no reason. Oh, goodness. We can grab another plow boss, yeah. Or you can take the one that's sitting over there. Edge of Tomorrow. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Yeah, I appreciate the no spoilers. Thanks. Did you know that he is Luke's father? Did you? Spoiler. Oh man. Sorry. Sorry. Oh man. If you want to, you can. You don't have to. Else, you're fine either way. Whatevs. Top Gun. I still have never seen the newest Top Gun. I remember the old ones, but not the newer one. We were hoping you would say you killed me. Sci-fi Groundhog Day. Interesting. I have seen Groundhog Day. Yeah. For some reason, another movie that was always on in my house when I was younger was the movie Big with Tom Hanks. And I don't know why. But it was on all the time. But I couldn't tell you anything about the movie besides the giant like floor piano scene. That's about all I got. But yeah. You got a message when you killed the bear, but not the horse? Okay. Interesting. The originals, yeah. Ghostbusters. It's been a long time, but yeah. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Yeah, it's been a long time. Yep, the originals, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the new stuff, but all the old stuff, yeah. They were good movies. They were, in fact. No, I'm not gonna say that because I had a childhood nickname that may have had something to do with the Ghostbusters movies, but I'm not gonna tell you all it. So, when you're God, you say yes, pretty much, yeah. But I'm not gonna tell y'all what my childhood nickname was by my one brother, but it kind of might have had something to do with the Ghostbusters movies. And no, I was not known as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Let me just clear that up right now. I mean, I was fat and all, but it's not. My brother had like a I don't want to call it a doll because it was, you know, he's a boy, but he had like a stuffed Stay Puft Marshmallow Man when he was a kid. That was pretty cool. I wonder whatever happened to that thing. I wonder whatever happened to that thing. I don't know what happened to it. I wonder. Slimer? No, Polar Bear was not. I'm not going to tell you. Stay Puft's awesome. Oh yeah, no, 100%. I was always jealous of his like stuffed Stay Puft Marshmallow Man when we were a kid. The thing was like a foot tall. I was always jealous of it. I never had one. I never had one, but he did, and it was cool. Yeah. Had to take a shot. You've missed with every bullet so far, Polar Bear. Oh man. Lols. Definitely had to take a shot. No, that's fine. It's all good. Alright, we're to the awkward little patches, little passes. Oh boy. The little passes. So, you know what? I almost prefer just to back up with this thing with these little short rows like this. Because, you know, you can back up so fast. It's almost like you might as well. Probably not faster to back up, but, you know, I like to do things that confuse everybody, so it's okay. Yes. Sticky pistons. Yeah, you gotta have the stuff to make a piston plus a slime ball. Yes, they are craftable. This is not Supreme Pain. This is not the average American farm equipment. Not at all. There's only a few of these neck sets in the world. It's technically like an experimental thing still. They were made in Germany. And I know there's at least a couple in North America, but it's not like common at all. Because like I said, there's only a few of them in North America. No, so this is very not normal American farming. No, absolutely not. Like I said, there's only a couple of them, so. But this would be for like, you know, your big farms that have, your big corporate farms basically that have thousands and thousands of acres is kind of what the Nexat system is for. It's also for like compaction reasons. And yeah, no, definitely not your average American farming operation. Absolutely not. Not your average operation anywhere because they're still technically like experimental. But yes, for the whole Nexat system, yeah, it's millions of dollars, yes. Because you're not just buying the Nexat to use as a harvest. You're buying the seeder, the sprayer, the cultivator, the planter. You're buying the whole system, I believe, is how they want to sell it. So I could be wrong though. What are you building that you need a sticky piston puller? I'm curious now. Messing with redstone? I'm so here for it. But yeah, love me some redstone. It's called the Twister. I got you, Kimmy. Did you watch it? Not yet. Okay, I got you. I've heard it's pretty good. I've seen some TikToks of people talking about it. I've actually seen TikToks of people that were there that day that got hit by that tornado that are like, well, now since it's like in the news again, like let me tell you my story of that day, which is kind of interesting. Hour and a half long. It's not bad. Not bad. Your cat. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What's poppin'? There was some cats running around in that barn the other day, Tomcat too. That like were the villagers' cats, I believe. But I mean, you can always, you know, tame them as your own. I think there was an ocelot stuck in the one with a villager too, actually. I think I remember seeing that the other day. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there was. So y'all, this is our last field. Obelix has gotten everything else done for us, which is great. Harvested all that down there for us. And 10-11, the tiny fields, heck yeah. So we're about done with harvest. I think when I get done with harvest, I'm gonna go play everybody's favorite game, Forklift Simulator, for a little bit. Actually, I should go do that right now. Hold on. We're not actually playing Forklift Sim. But we're going to send the forklift to the sawmill. Because the trailer that I need for this is at the sawmill already. So we're just going to go ahead and tell this to drive to the sawmill. And if it takes 10 minutes, I don't care. It'll get there eventually, right? So yeah, no big deal. Yeah, so Sean, Autoload Plugger said because they changed the number of the version of the game, Autoload no longer works. Apparently there is a fix out there. So yeah. Yeah, he'll get there eventually. I don't care how long it takes, honestly. Doesn't bother me none. He'll be there eventually. Not a big deal. So the good thing is I don't think I'm going to have to haul logs today because there is 100,000 there. But I do need to haul these beams, and actually I need the planks long too, but we got a fast time before we can get any more of those. So Big Al, what's going on? Happy Saturday to you. What's popping? What is going on, Big Al? Boy, I tell you what, Chad, I used to have Discord Nitro. Okay, and I've let it run out. And boy, they hound you about like subscribing to that. Big Al, you're sick. No. No, Big Al, that's not fun. I'm sorry to hear you're sick. Hope you feel better soon. The Discord, they hound you. They want your money. It's crazy. I decided I don't need Discord Nitro. I had it for a year. I'm good. I don't need it. I don't need to have it. Big Al, that's not fun, being sick. Not fun at all. Yard needed mowed, so you had to fight through the wind and the plow. I gotcha. It is actually, I don't think it's breezy here. The trees look like they're not moving at all. Hold on. Look at that day out there, would ya? Couple high clouds. 58 degrees. She looks like a beaut, Clark. Waiting for the zoysia on the right there to still green up a little bit, you know? I mean, come on. Come on now. She's a beaut. Windy, I got you, Big Al. That's unfortunate. Hopefully it's not too windy tomorrow. Either way, I'm mowing the farm. I don't care if it's windy. I'll mow anyway. Oh, man. Zach and I cut the grass down there last Sunday. And when I say Zach and I, like, we had both 0 turns out. Which we don't often use the old one, but Zach wanted to mow too, so we got him going on the... I let him use the good one, and then I made him use the old one. He was very not happy with me making him go back to the old machine. 'Cause the new one's so much nicer. But we were down there Wednesday, and there was a spot where there were some clippings still on Wednesday, and I don't like seeing clippings, so I fired up the lawnmower, and I mowed that spot again. It wasn't a big area. It's in front of our combine shed. Or what we call the combine shed. The crazy part was I was taking a noticeable amount of grass off from like what we had cut Saturday or Sunday. You know, it was Wednesday. And like I could have cut the whole yard again down at the farm. And it, you know, would have been worth it. So I'm assuming by tomorrow there should be grass again. Although it's been getting cold here lately again at night. It's been down in the like low 30s, so I'm sure it slowed it down, but I'm still going to mow it tomorrow because there's clippings from last week, so I got to get those cleaned up. I cannot stand to see clippings, so even down there where like literally Dad and I are the only two that like really ever see the grass or pay attention to the grass, it bothers me. So yeah. You were on the riding more and got chiggers? Are the purple lines wider? It's set for 14 meters, Kimmy. That's what the next set should be. Chiggers are the worst, Big L. I'm sorry. And you're just getting kicked while you're down, you know? Kill him. You bought you a yard sweeper. See, I always talk about, you're talking about one of those, like, either you push it or you pull it with it, like they have tow behind ones and they like flip into the thing, right? I always joke with Dad that I want a lawn sweeper to clean up clippings at the farm, and he's always like, "They're suck, they don't work." We've been talking about this for like 15 years. Big Al will catch you. Have fun doing laundry. Kill all those chiggers. Oh, chiggers are the worst. I haven't had them in years. I really, knock on wood, they're terrible. Absolutely terrible. Saying. You paid $60 for a 38-inch one. That's not bad. A bit used, but still works. Let's go. Maybe I should just, Dad's birthday's coming up, chat. Should I buy him one for his birthday? Should I just buy one and it's just here? Like it just shows up one day at the house? I don't even know how much I don't even know how much a new one is. This could be a terrible idea. He would hate me so much. Vivor's got to make one, right? I know they do. I've seen it on TikTok. He would hate it so much. They're $300-400. Wow. You saw him demoed at Rural King. You work at Rural King? I love a good visit to a Rural King. Say it. Facebook's good for used one. Okay. There's one at Home Depot for $369. I think I have to buy that one just for the meme, right? just it's a good number, you know. Lowe's has one for $200. Amazon has like a power brush. I don't want that. I literally just Googled it and I'm just looking at the shopping listings. Like Amazon, $159. Sure, that's a quality one. Like they used to be the same. I don't notice anything, Kimmy. Maybe they changed it in the. Maybe they changed that too. I don't know. Ace Hardware. That's up. See, I want a tow behind one. I'm not going out there and pushing one around. Let's be honest here. Oh man, I should totally find one and get one. Literally, anytime Dad and I go to like, we go to Rural King, we go to another like farm supplies type store. Anytime we go anywhere that has one and we happen to walk by it, I'm always like, "Hey Pop, hey Pop," and he's always like, "Rah, rah, rah," and walks away. Oh man. You got you a 3D printer. Maybe you're going through a midlife crisis. I think 3D printers are cool, man. At one point, so, you know, you guys know I like TikTok. I don't know if I like TikTok. I scroll way too much TikTok, right? And I've come across, you know, some guys that run like 3D print farms on TikTok, and like they're making a killing because what they do is TikTok is their marketing, which doesn't cost anything. You have a phone, film a 4-second, you know, a minute-long video, whatever, right? And they're driving traffic to their Etsy store through the TikTok, right? Or even now you got the TikTok shop, but like they're driving stuff to their Etsy page, and they're selling tons of stuff through Etsy, right? I kind of tried a little bit. I didn't try too aggressively to get my buddy Casey to like start something with him years ago, because he has a 3D printer and like he's all about, and he's like real tech inclined. Like I don't consider myself to be real techie, right? I'm kind of like techie enough to get by, but he's like real techie, right? I tried to like get him to like, let's start a print farm like in his basement. He's got space. He's got space. We could set up a print farm and like, you know, make videos about what we're printing and, you know, drive the traffic that way. And, or, hey, you know what? I have a voice on the internet, you know, a little bit. And, I don't know what we would print, but print something. We could print little Puma Plow tractors or something. I don't know. Something. But, yeah, it didn't really. Plus, I don't, after being burned by my brother back in the day, like, if I were actually going to start, like, a quote business with somebody, there would be a lot of paperwork involved and stuff. After the little incident with brother, so. But, like, I thought that could be cool, like, back in the day. And now it's like everybody and their brother's kind of doing the whole 3D print thing, so. I don't know if there's, I mean, there probably is still a market out there where you could, like, you know, make stuff, but I don't know. I don't know how all that works. You'd have to, you know, we'd have to take a deep dive and figure it all out, right? But I was like, man, he has the space. He's got a whole basement with not much in it in his house. And like half of the basement, the front half of his like basement is basically one giant room. And it's like, that would be perfect. But yeah, I don't know. It never happened. But I'd still be down to do that, by the way. Like I'd at least want to take a deep dive and like actually figure it out and see if it's actually feasible. So I don't know if he's listening right now. Sometimes I know he does watch, but like it would be awesome. Just saying. But there would have to be some kind of agreement about, you know, funds. Not that I don't think he would like try to work one over on me and I wouldn't try to like, you know, work one over on him, but he just, you know, I also didn't think my brother would, you know, yeah. So always, you know, you got to protect yourself, right? Just saying. I just don't have the space here at my house to do anything like that, but I thought that could be kind of a cool thing. But anyway, what do I know? What do I know? I know that I'm on my gonna be on my last pass of corn here finally. Hopefully the forklift, has the forklift made it up there yet, chat? It did. Hooray! Oh, here comes the guy on the zero turn driving back up the street. One of these days, I'm gonna follow that guy and see. That sounds creepy. That sounds really creepy. How do I say this without sounding creepy? Sometime I'm gonna figure out what yard he's mowing because I don't know who it is, and I'm curious where he's going with his zero turn. Maybe I should put a drone up and follow. That sounds creepy too. I'm curious where he's going to mow. I don't even know where he lives. Somewhere, I think he lives at one of the houses on the end of my street, but I don't know. Somewhere up there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, lawn sweeper. Chat, I gotta get a lawn sweeper. Pops would be so bad. Pops would be so bad. Is there a... I don't have the keyboard in front of me for that. Surely there's a V4 one. Oh, I get a lawn vacuum. Ooh. I don't need like a vacuum. Walmart, 279 bucks, 42 incher. I'm here for this. When can I get it? I can have it by the 14th. So 2 days. If it's shipped to my house. It would give me an excuse to get the little John Deere. I'd probably pull it with the John Deere 111. I don't think I would put that behind the zero turn. Well, first off, my zero turn doesn't have a hitch, but I think the zero turn would go a little too fast for it. But hey, that's just me. What do I know? All right. Corn harvest is officially done after 4 hours. And actually started on Tuesday, so probably about 5 hours to harvest everything we just harvested. By the time I did the stuff Tuesday, and I think I did some harvest Thursday. Testing, or actually getting my shader cache filled back in is what I was doing, but yeah. I don't remember it turning the camera before. Did it always? I don't think it did, right? I don't think I turned the camera before. All right, either way, we are ready to roll. Turn those beacons on. Back to the homeland. It did? Before the update, it did? It might have. I just don't remember it. Anything's possible. We should probably find a pressure washer too, but it's supposed to rain. It'll be fine. It's literally supposed to rain, so we'll be all right. No worries. Right, just gotta clean up all these tiny trucks now. Gotta spend 20 minutes parking all the tiny trucks now, you know? It's not a problem, it's a thing. Definitely not a problem. I should totally buy Dad a lawn sweeper for his birthday. It'd be funny because it'd be for his birthday, but he would have nothing to do with it ever. He hates the idea of it, so that's what would make it even funnier. Like, oh, it'd be so good. The problem is with Pops being home as much as he is, if it's going to be shipped here, it's probably not going to be, it's probably just going to be in the box with a label on it. Something that big, right? They're not going to like overbox it or whatever that's called. So to get the thing here and like try to wrap it up and surprise him with it without him seeing it, because like he'll be here when it's shipped, could be a problem. I'd have to have it shipped something. Maybe I could have it shipped over to Casey's house next door. You would never know. That would be actually hilarious to have it shipped next door. Bad ideas only, chat. Bad ideas only. I'm here for it. That's not what I want to do. All right, so we have 60,000 corn here, so this might take a minute to haul it. Although honestly, I might just fill the trucks that are here and then haul this back. And I gotta go past all those trucks sitting over at 5, so we might as well just fill those up. And technically, I want to catch all the trucks in the homestead too, so I should have put a blocker. Should park something in the way in the homestead so that none of the trucks will return. It's fine though. We'll be fine. It'll be good. We'll get them. Or they'll sit by the fields, and that's okay too. Had that happen before. Forget about tiny trucks. They end up sitting out here for like, you know, way too many hours. It's a whole thing. But yeah. Come on. All right, we're still going to have like 50%, 40. Not yet. 44%. Let's go. All those guys will drive. Right. We're rolling. So how many fields of wheat / barley, chat, should we plant? We can plant some of that right now. We have a field of wheat planted. I think it's wheat planted so far. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still just stuck on the lawn sweeper. It's in my brain now. Is the problem. Because I wonder how it picks up crabgrass. Because that's really when I have problems with Philippines, is crabgrass season. Might just plow them into the field. The trucks? You probably could. To be honest. I'll get all these guys out of your way. They'll be going here in a second. That plow looks good on that tractor, by the way. The plow's a little goofy, but it looks good on that tractor, so. Alright. Oh. We're gonna need all these guys or not, but we'll send them in if we don't. It's all good. Why did that just light up? Weird. Alright, never mind. I don't know what's happening. Something in Discord's weird. What else is new? Alright, send that one in. Send that one in. And that's cool. We gotta go build a blockade now. Don't want the trucks to go back to the fields, ideally. We got trucks everywhere right now. I think they're... Yeah, they're not unloading yet, although I think they actually might be stuck on something. What are they stuck on? Oh. How did that get there? That was over there a minute ago. How did that just teleport? Somebody must have looked at it in its eyes. Maybe it's headlights. Yeah, you're not supposed to park there, bud. Oh, it's like stuck too. There we go. Okay. Not sure about that one. But if nothing else, it lined all of our trucks. So that's okay. I don't know what just happened there. It's probably something with the, what's it called? Lumberjack mod again. I still say that one causes issues. But you know, when stuff drives in the river, you kind of have to have it. It's nice to have sometimes, but it's okay. I don't know what it was. That was weird. That was the one that you parked, but it was there when I drove over here, so I don't know. I don't know. There's this auto drive pass right there. Okay. Perfection. So now we can just take a truck and go park it. Oh boy. Actually, while we're doing this, we might as well. Although they will refuel automatically, so. Not a bad thing. If they run out of fuel, they'll go find the fuel themselves. Fuel and repair. It's kind of nice. So the next thing we're going to need for these guys is going to be hauling. So we can go ahead and hook up the trailers. So that'll be good. Go ahead and hook all the trailers up and get them ready for hauling season. Because we are going to finally sell grain, I've decided. It's about time. But between all the corn, well, the corn will be sold in June. We have stuff to sell over the winter. So we're gonna have to sell. I wouldn't mind some money, although we are gonna get money from the temple, but still, there's no point in having crops just like set in storage for forever, right? So there's no point in doing that. So we might as well sell this stuff because we have a lot. Yeah. Oh God. Okay. We just harvested like 1 million liters of corn. So we're gonna have to haul forever. Big Al, I have the trucks blocked. I forgot to grab fuel. Oh well. I have the trucks blocked because I don't want them to run back to the fields. So that's why there's a line at the elevator. But yes, there definitely is a bit of a line here. I'm not going to worry about fuel. I mean, I just destroyed the fuel tank, but they'll go get fuel if they need fuel. I'm not worried about it. They take like 4 seconds to get fuel, so no big deal. But yeah, so we're trying not to let them go back to the fields. We are done harvesting. So I think we had somewhere around 500,000 corn before, if I recall correctly. And I believe I saw 1.5 million, so we might have corn. We just might have a little bit of corn to sell. That's okay. We'll get to it. It's actually great to take the second one, because then I don't have to restart it. Because its engine's already running then. I don't have to start it every time. But we're getting done here. Got more to go, not bad. I mean, there is 10 of them after all, so it's a bit of a thing to get all these going or turn all these off or hook them all back up to their trailers or whatever. Definitely a bit of a task. But that's okay. It's fun. And I don't really know how well semi-trucks just... I mean, you can get them to work on this map, but I don't feel like messing around with it that much. So instead, I'll take twice as long to mess with the tiny trucks, of course. But, you know, if nothing else, we're going to be able to say that we did this whole map, or we did, as long as we're going to play on this map, with no semi-trucks. No. Because I'm sure when we go to Alma, we will have semi-trucks on Alma. And actually, last time we played Alma back in 22, I was gonna say 22, we had a ton. We had a lot of semi-trucks. So it wouldn't surprise me if that happens again. Just saying. All right, last one. Let's go. Yeah, somebody parked a 7R right there. I don't know. Kind of seems like it was done intentionally. I could be wrong, though. Oh, wait. It was done intentionally. Never mind. All right. All tiny trucks are hooked up. So I will just have to do the auto drive on them later, which is fine. Not a big deal. Big Al, between wheat and barley, how many fields should I plant? It's up to Big Al, chat. So that's a wheat field. We already got one wheat field in. Plow in the world still. Let's go. Just gonna go hit that H button. We're gonna do 2 wheat and a barley. How about that? So say we all. Aye. Or something like that. That's what we're gonna do. Well, actually, okay, those little guys fold up. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so forklift time, right? Hooray! Everybody's favorite pastime. Hip, hip, hooray. I haven't had to do this in a while. Bear with me on this one. This might be awkward forklift times, chat. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. And the worst part, I think, is going to be the fence. Just throwing that out there. I think it's going to be the fence. And it's the day for, like, well, Mr. Neighbor guy cut his grass yesterday, but like everybody else, man. Which it's a nice Saturday, so I would assume that's why. So those are easy to grab. The rest of these might kind of suck. Those two are great. So auto load is currently broken, but I need beams at the temple, so I could wait until Tuesday, but ideally we'll haul some beams, and then I need planks long, so we'll have to make some of those after we fast time. And hopefully we can just haul enough where we can get by for at least another step at the temple. But we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, that guy's cutting his grass. Okay, I was like, I hear somebody. I just don't know who it is. It's the guy across the street. Nice feller. Nice guy. Living there a few years now. He's the one that had the girlfriend move in finally. After talking about it for like a year, she finally moved in. But I think he had to, like, I don't know, get the hot tub just right. And like, he had a list of things that he was telling us he had to do before she would move in. So I guess he got the list done, and then she's like, okay, fine. So I think she had her own house, so I think she had to sell her house too. I guess she sold her house. I don't really know. I have not actually talked to her. I've seen her. I've said hi to her. That's about the extent of it. And no, she does not drive a black BMW. Before anybody brings it up. No. Not her. Although I did say this the other day, but I did see that car. But yeah. All right. Try to weasel our way in here. We may have to back into these to get them all to move. And then maybe turn around to actually, like, grab them, you know? Like if we just back in. You can ride a horse into the nether. Yes. Yes, you can. I don't know why you would. But hey. If you can, why not, right? This is going well so far. For the record. Oh. Yep, those are where I wanted them. Those are fine. Fly through the nether. Oh God, with the Elytra on, I don't know if yeah, I don't know about that one. Sounds dangerous. It's one thing if you build like a tunnel or get on top of the nether and fly out in the bed, you know, on top of the bedrock. Yeah. I do need to spend time in the nether. I want to get a beacon. I want to get my own. I don't want anybody to provide it. But I finally have a looting sword, so finally. Yeah. Of course, there needs to be a tunnel. Yeah, the tunnel would be the easy way to go about that. It would be a nightmare without a tunnel. But yeah, I want to get my own. I want to get some beacons. And now that we have the end opened up on Minecraft, we can fight the wither underneath the end portal, and he can't get away and he can't do any damage, so kind of cheat the system with that a little bit. Although honestly, with the armor and stuff that we have, I don't think the wither would be that big of a deal, honestly. First time we need. You know what, Big Al? I hear you. Okay, this might be bad to say, but the way things have been the last few years around here, right? Dad does the trimming and I do the mowing. I've offered, right? Oh no, it's totally a thing. You're totally right on with like the arm twitching. Yeah, 100%. A gas blew up the kidney horse. God. But the other day at my sister's house, Pops was shot. Okay, Pops would do the trimming over there, but see, my sister had a bunch of landscaping done last fall at her house, and she added a ton of trimming because there's there's a whole area I can't get into with the zero turn. So either we need to take a 21-inch lawnmower or you just trim it all. So Dad did some of it, and he was gassed, and I was done mowing anyway. And so I went over there and I was like, okay, Pops, I'll take care of it, So I ended up trimming like most of the yard over at Sister's house. And I haven't used a string trimmer, and this is the bad part, but I haven't used a string trimmer in 6 or 7 years probably. Like legit, because Pops would take care of the trimming and I always do the mowing, and that's just the way it's been, right? And well, he flat out said this year that he's like basically not going to do the trimming. So because I said something about like, man, I haven't done that in years, and he goes, well, get used to it. And I was like, oh great. I was figuring it was going to happen this year anyway. His knees are kind of bothering him. So I guess I get to use a string trimmer all summer. Yay. I'm so happy. So happy about it. And of course he gave me the trimmer the other day, and what happens about 3 minutes later? It ran out of line. It's like, really, Pops? We're starting out the year with an empty trimmer. Come on, man. It was kind of funny, actually. But yeah, so we have a Echo speed feed head on our trimmer, and like, I haven't wound that thing in 8 years. So it took me a minute to kind of remember how to do that. So, but yeah, it was a thing. And then when we got home, I went ahead and just like trimmed a bunch here at the house too. So. It went back to the portal without you. Kimmy abandoned you. I was as far away in my sister's yard as I could have gotten at the time, Big Al. Yep. But I told Dad, I said, they added all this trimming. They can trim it themselves. Which I thought was funny. I would be completely okay if my sister decided to hire somebody to cut her yard. I don't really care to cut her yard, to be honest. It's a corner lot. And if anybody knows anything about corner lots, they suck. It's a corner lot with sidewalks. So the amount of trimming, plus they added this all like landscaping and stuff, the stonework and whatnot. It's just like the worst. It's so bad. I would be completely okay if she would pay a company to cut her yard or pay me more. She does pay me, but like, it's not that much. So, oh man. But yeah. James, I'll pay you just to go trim her yard, honestly. I'll subcontract out the trimming. How about that? Oh man. Yahoo!
Trenton Zach cheered X100. $20 is $20.
$20 is $20, yes. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy the little bit of money that I make from, like, taking care of her yard, but I don't know. It'll be fine. Sean, if I went and talked to her husband, I could get more money out of him. Her husband's really chill. My brother-in-law, he's chill. That's also a problem, Big Al, yeah. Actually, when my other brother, when he lived in town, he had to put signs in his yard about that. Because, oh my, hello, why are we lagging so bad? The neighborhood pets in that neighborhood, they were terrible. Basically, the humans were bad in that neighborhood about letting their dogs use the bathroom, yeah. Sister's neighborhood, it's not too bad. The people over there are pretty responsible. She lives in kind of a, I mean, it's an older neighborhood. It's not like old, but there's a lot of like older people, I would say, in her neighborhood. Although there are some younger families too. It's kind of a good mix, but they're pretty responsible about cleaning up after the dogs in her neighborhood, which is great. Yeah, I mean, I don't care too much, you know, on the zero turn. I don't really care, but it's annoying at the same time. But it doesn't happen too often over there. Which is good. But yeah, when brother had his house over here, holy cow, man, it was terrible. Yep, he had to get signs in his yard. And he wasn't even cutting his grass. He just, you know, would see it happen and people wouldn't pick it up, and he got annoyed. I don't know if he got annoyed or his wife got annoyed, but one of them got annoyed, so. Yeah. I don't even know, because, you know, I haven't been, like, really cutting grass for people in years. I don't know what, like, her yard would even cost to mow on a weekly basis. Like, what another, like, a real company would charge. I mean, I know what I would have charged back in the day, but that was also, what, 7, 8 years ago, at least. I know what I would have charged somebody for her size yard. I would have had to raise the price by now, and especially with all the trimming that she keeps adding, I would have raised the price just because it's annoying. But we actually, back in the day when I was a kid, we had this yard that was just the worst. The front yard was this super steep hill. In the backyard, when I was really little, wasn't bad, but they kept adding all these little flower beds and bird feeders and all this crap. And finally, my brother and I, we got so annoyed, we went and talked to Dad about it, because it was one, like a yard that Dad got for the family, like forever ago. And Dad was annoyed with the yard too, to the point where we literally went to him and we said, hey, we're not going to cut your grass anymore because you got too much crap in your yard. And they were like, oh, okay, we understand. They were cool with it. Like, you just got too much crap. We don't want to cut your yard anymore. Like, all right. Which actually, fun fact, I think that yard actually we got that yard because of Zach's grandparents used to live across the street or something. And somehow there was a tie-in there. Zach's grandpa was a customer of Dad's or something, and like knew somebody that needed their yard cut maybe. Or Zach's grandpa used to cut grass, and somehow there was a tie-in there with like Zach's family and my family in that yard. But yeah, that yard was terrible. I hated that yard, especially when I was a little kid, because the front hill was so steep, and they didn't want us to use string trimmers on it. They wanted it cut. So back then we had 2-cycle engines on our lawnmower, so you could cut really steep hills. You know, with engines with oil, you can't cut that steep of a hill. You'll fry your engine. But we used to have, okay, so when I was really young, I wasn't allowed to cut that yard, but I would go and like use the string trimmer or the blower. And actually when your dad would get off work, he would go cut that front hill for us. We'd cut the rest of the yard. He'd cut the front hill. And I know there was a time where Dad had a lawnmower completely turn over on him, a 21-inch like Pushmore. But of course it was 2 cycles, so it kept running. But it was upside down, and he just remembers staring at the blades like, what do I do? Like, let go and just turn it off, you know. But it was upside down and running. And yeah, we hated that yard. The only good thing about that customer is that they paid. There was always they had a garage in the back of their property. It had like an alley behind the house, right? And to get a lawnmower into the backyard, we had to go through their garage. And they had like this cabinet in their garage. There was always a drawer. In the one drawer was always a check every week, never failed. They were really good about paying. That's why we kept them as long as we did, because not all customers are good about paying all the time. So, which is another reason I'm glad I don't do it anymore, because people just got stupid about like paying. James, I don't know if you have any issues. I know James cuts grass in town here, but it just got to the point where people just like forgot that they needed to pay. And I was like, y'all, I'm not doing this for free. Like, come on. And it was not always the best. What do you think, chat? Another plow while these guys finish up? We can go finish plowing. Probably. Let's go grab another plow. We have the funds. They're like 10 grand or something, so no big deal. Audio, hello, thanks. Or I had the customers that like wanted leaf cleanups, right? They wanted every leaf removed from their yard and not just chopped up. They wanted them hauled away. Great. Be happy to do that. I'll be happy to spend an hour to blow out your flower beds. But you're going to have to pay more. People wanted me to do that for the same price as like a normal mowing. And I'm sorry, but it doesn't work that way. What's the one that we have? That's probably the 9 meter, right? Did we go to the 12? I don't know if we went to the 12. Yeah, no, exactly. We'll try this. 21,000. Not bad. I think that is the 12, yeah. One that we already have. Yeah. That one guy, he's actually... I can say this. Yeah, I can say this. The one guy that I cut that, like, made me actually... Not made me, but, like... He was part of the, like, last year of me, like, having customers that weren't, you know, family. 12, okay. That's what we got. He didn't want anything, or he wanted everything, like, perfect, but yeah, he wouldn't pay anything. And I'd still do the work, which I probably shouldn't have. You know, looking back on it, I was dumb for doing the work without really getting paid too much extra. But that one year, this is so bad. I probably shouldn't admit to this on the internet, should I? What's he gonna do? Like sue me? Maybe. Nah, that one year he wanted a spring cleanup. Okay, because you know he has that neighborhood he lives in has oak trees. They don't shed their leaves till like way late sometimes. So he wanted us to come out in the spring and, you know, walk around the entire yard, pick up any little sticks that were around, blow all the flower beds out, haul everything away. He didn't want anything chopped up in his yard. He wanted it all hauled. And we said, yes, sir. And we told him the day we were going to do it. He knew ahead of time when we were going to do it. And I told him how I was going to do it. I was going to, like, you know, use a leaf blower to blow everything out of the flower beds and stuff. And then we were going to use a 21-inch lawnmower with a bagger. And we were going to bag the entire yard. And this was a huge yard. Okay, we're talking many hour job. This thing is massive yards in this neighborhood. Like, they sit on a couple acre lots. They're huge, right? And so we agreed on a price. And it wasn't as much as I wanted initially, but we agreed on a price. And we were everybody was hunky-dory, everybody's happy, and I told him when we were going to be there. I even told him the time, and we were, I think, early by like 5 minutes. he had a company come out and put down like crabgrass preventer and fertilizer like right before we got there, which I don't understand that at all. That was dumb on his part. Well, I bagged his entire yard, and I'll tell you right now, about 90% of that crabgrass preventer and fertilizer went with me to the farm that day. It did not stay in the yard. He knew when we were going to be there. He knew what we were going to do. And he still had a fertilizer company come out and fertilize his yard right before we got there. That's on you, dog. That's not on me. About 90% of that fertilizer, I would say, went to the farm. Because when we dumped the stuff out at the farm, it was full of those little yellow pellets. Full of it. And then that summer, he had a bunch of crabgrass in his yard. It was kind of weird. And his yard didn't really grow in the spring too much either. Hey, man, that was on him, not me. Oh, man, because I think I even called my dad, and I was like, hey, what do I do in this situation? And he's like, get the job done. I was like, okay. He's like, well, he knew when you were going to be there and what you were going to do. Do the job. All right, pups. So, yeah, the client wasn't home. And I think what was supposed to happen is the fertilizer guys were either supposed to come like the next day or the next week or something. Because I didn't do fertilizer. I never messed with that. I didn't like messing with fertilizer, or we did some like seed and fertilizer, but I didn't really care for that. To be honest, back in the day, I just wanted to cut grass. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to do the extra stuff, which that's how you make money, is the extra stuff. But like, I didn't know that back then, and I just wanted to cut grass. And yeah, so we got a bunch of crabgrass preventer and fertilizer at the farm for free. Actually, I got paid to haul it there. So, oh well. But yeah, he was a pain. He was an absolute pain in the backside. And then, oh my God, he had an irrigation sprinkler system in his yard. And I don't know if part of it had a leak or what the deal was, but there was always a part of his yard down by the street, like a pretty good triangle. And it was always so wet that most of the time you couldn't even walk in this area. You would sink into your ankle and like almost lose a boot, you know? And after the first like couple times when like, okay, I was like, okay, this is from the rain. And then it's like, no. He would run his sprinkler system the morning we were going to cut. Like the couple hours before we were going to mow. But apparently he must have run it, like his sprinkler system, way too much. And I would, you know, go have a chat with him like, hey, I can't cut that area down there. It's way too wet. Well, okay. And then the next week, same thing. And he would run his sprinkler system like forever in the mornings before we were going to cut. And it's like, buddy, I don't want to ruin your yard. Just turn the damn thing off, you know? He couldn't understand it. And it's like, man, I can't help you. It had to have had a leak. Like there had to have been a broken pipe or something. But he just couldn't understand that I couldn't cut that part of the yard. So most of the time I just had to use a string trimmer and like dang near lose a boot and like leave big muddy footprints out there. But yeah, that was on him. He was dumb. The sad thing is he's a city council member right now in my town. So that's the sad part of the whole deal. He is somebody that is running my town. So yeah. And no, well, yeah, we're not getting into that part, but yeah. Not the smartest man, if you ask me. But hey, what do I know? Always thought that was weird. It's like, buddy, just turn the stupid sprinkler system off. Just schedule it so it doesn't run on Thursdays or Fridays or whatever day I was cutting on back then. Just turn it off. It's not that hard. But yeah. And actually, the whole reason we started cutting his yard. He actually was a customer of Dad's way back in the day. He bought a lawn tractor from Dad a million years ago. He broke like a $12 part on his Cub Cadet or something that he had. And he couldn't cut his grass. So we were cutting a yard in the neighborhood, and he was driving through the neighborhood. And he's like, hey, can you guys come cut my grass? And we're like, okay. We cut his grass for like 4 years. So you have a good place to kill wardens. I don't even know what the warden is in Minecraft. Is that bad? I don't actually know what that is. Oh, man. But yeah. Come on, Trader. All right, so we're really killing time waiting for the planters. It's bad. We're waiting for them to get done because technically we can plow whatever, so that's what we're doing. I need the fast time of day for sawmill stuff, or maybe 2, and then get back to forklift simulator. Can't wait. But that's okay. It's all good. Okay. I kind of don't like that. Where it turns off the cruise at the end. I don't like that for what I'm doing right now.